The construction tech company is VisiLean. They are bringing clarity to construction with lean-driven platform that connects planning, execution, and control in one visual system. With live BIM data, 360-degree capture, and real-time tracking, they help teams prevent delays, cut costs, and stay in sync from start to handover. Please, can I have on stage Dr. Bhargav Dave? Your 8-minute starts now. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So I'm the last speaker. I'm keeping you between your cocktails, and I will try to be as efficient as possible. So I'm one of the co-founders of VisiLean. We are a digital construction platform, and we actually try to address a different kind of waste that has been sort of prominent in construction compared to what has been discussed. The previous panel actually described the problems that we are solving in quite a lot of detail. So we know that construction is one of the largest industries in the world. Almost $15 trillion it represents globally. But at the same time, it's also one of the biggest polluters as well, as we have been discussing so far. Quite importantly, if you think about a different kind of a problem, which is kind of related to production, the problem is so bad in terms of rework and quality issues that we are one of the largest contributors to the landfill sites globally. When I did my research, when I did my PhD in the UK, I uncovered that almost 400 million tons of physical waste we were contributing in Europe alone through construction. What's more important, personally, the research that I focused on is this part here, that 50% of the time that the workers spend on construction sites goes to waste. And if we flip that statistics, we found through my own research and other researchers that if you actually flip in terms of value adding time, only about 15 to 20% of the time that a worker and a supervisor and managers they spend on construction sites is value added. So the problem is quite significant. And there is an increasing chaos due to kind of different solutions trying to solve this problem. But what I uncovered through my research is that they miss this core. And what is the core? The core is actually the production that happens on the ground. The previous panel spoke about from design to execution. And what I uncovered through my own research is that there are two fundamental aspects that we need to address. The first aspect, as the panel described, is combination of the product and the process. So the product comes from the design, the product development process, that's your design process, and the process, which is your planning and execution. And in construction, since last few decades, we have decoupled them. So the problem is that we have kept them in two different systems, which is why all the coordination and collaboration problems arise. So what I intended to do in order to solve that was to design a system from ground up, design a brand new scheduling management system that will address these problems. That led to the birth of VisiLean. So we try to address what is at the core by developing a system that addresses both the top-down planning and scheduling as well as the bottom-up, which is your ground-level execution and control. And it marries that with BIM and the design management systems in order to give you a robust, holistic production management system. Eventually, we have integrated that with reality capture tools, such as what we just saw, 360-degree and drone captures. We've also integrated that with maps, with GIS platforms, to give you a visual management platform which is all-encompassing. I would like to go straight to the demo to show you what has been built.
Construction simplified. A production engine designed for construction sites. VisiLean is a construction management platform that empowers teams to collaboratively plan and successfully deliver projects. With a platform that offers lean tools and workflows to enhance communication, VisiLean helps stitch the gap between the production crew on site and the staff in the project offices. The heart of VisiLean is a pool planning engine which follows the last planner workflow for collaborative planning. With all your teams on one platform, VisiLean enables the ground level crews to provide reliable commitments for the work to be executed. With VisiLean, this production level information is linked to the Gantt schedule, so you're always keeping an eye on the project timeline and the milestones. Visiline, the only software that integrates this bottom-up execution with top-down planning, offering unmatched integration with all the leading scheduling platforms, including MSP and P6, to import your schedules or create them directly on Visiline. With this power of dynamic scheduling, Visiline helps merge several levels of plans in one combined view, which is then distributed with the team collaboratively. As pioneers in this distributed scheduling space and the first ever solution to integrate lean workflows with BIM at the ground level, Visiline offers 4D visualization like none other in the industry. With production level plans linked to model elements, the teams can visualize the jobs at a very high level of detail, making it the only such solution in the world. Any updates from the Visiline mobile app is reflected on the model in real time. The mobile app, available on both Android and iOS, connects the field crew with both the site and the head offices, giving your teams the power to update on-site status by the second from anywhere across the globe. This means that you will never miss a beat and the crews always have access to the information they need in their hand. With Visiline enabling the workflow of information across the supply chain with reliable updates from site, you can always remain on top of your projects for proactive planning rather than firefighting.
So through the system, we have had fantastic traction over the years, both globally as well as in India. We are founded out of Helsinki in Finland with an office in London and an office in Ahmedabad. Globally, we are working with some of the biggest names in this business. Mace, one of our first customers, we started our projects from, starting from data centers and then eventually expanding to their aviation business. So our solution since last 4 years has been rolled out in Heathrow. All terminals across Heathrow use our platform to manage both new construction as well as maintenance projects. And we're tackling projects across all sectors, infrastructure, tunnels and bridges, industrial buildings as well as residential buildings, and also energy sector. Close to home, last couple of years, we've been active in India, and we have been, again, successful across all sectors here, starting from infrastructure, water and sewage treatment plants, residential sector, quite aggressively in that northern capital region, and also large capital projects such as Pune Metro with Tata. So this is a traction that we've been able to achieve, closer to home. We've grown quite quickly, every year doubling since last 3 years in our revenue. And such big names, as you can see, M3M, Smart World, Signature. In terms of the residential side, very recently we have onboarded both Godrej Properties as well as Birla Estates. And on the infrastructure side, companies such as Tata Projects and Mars. So as you can see, we are successful across all the sectors.
Thank you, Dr. Bhargav. Sorry, I'll have to
Okay.
cut you short.
Sure.
Jury, we can take 2 questions if you have. And audiences, I'll also come to you. If anybody wants to raise their hand, they can. I'll take first from the jury.
Hi. What is the scheduling concept here? Does it talk with MS Project Primavera to and fro, or it has its own concept?
Correct. So it has bidirectional connection with both P6 and MSP. So for the top-down planning, you can import either from MSP or P6, or then you can create the entire schedule on our platform.
Does it push back the data also to
Correct.
MSP?
Correct. So based on the site updates, it can also update the top-level schedule.
Okay.
Hi, great product. Thank you so much. Can you tell us how you integrate a schedule to a BIM? A BIM model that doesn't have an inherent schedule, how do you integrate an existing schedule to a BIM model? Is that manual or have you automated that?
Right. So there are both possibilities. If it is not kind of created with that mindset that, for example, there are no connectors present between the schedule, then you can manually connect just like you would do it in Navis or Synchro. Or if you have actually built-in codes, then we can actually run a script to automatically connect. And currently we are actually working on NLP and machine learning to then find patterns between the schedule as well as the model to automatically connect them.
One other question I have is, do you also do critical path estimation and then potential alternate paths that you can
Correct,
take in the
correct. So basically the ground level reality, the bottom up, that comes from the execution planning, will then update the CPM and give you the scenario that what is the current status of your project and impact analysis that how many critical tasks are affected, and you can then take action accordingly to steer the project back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bhargav. Okay, yes,
I have a
from the
question.
jury.
You will replace any of my present, tools which I am using, or it will be a dashboard using all my tools which are available, which will be the input to your this Visiline, and then give me something to refer readily. Right?
So the question is, are we replacing any tools?
Yeah. Or is it just a dashboard which will collect data from
This is-
different tools of mine
No,
and then
this
give me
is-
a report?
So this is a production management system. The previous panel discussed, we have all these problems, and my question, which I could not ask, was that what have we done differently to solve this problem? And this is that what we are doing differently to solve this problem. So it's a brand new way to manage production on the site. So it's a system to manage construction on the ground.
So what will be your input again? This I asked, I think, to one
It's
of the
it's
earlier-
basically through the ground level planning, production planning. So connected to the top-down planning. So the first screen that I showed, oh, it's gone. But basically, there is a brand new scheduling engine that we have built that basically gives your site team the way to develop the execution level plans, which typically happen either in Excel or a pen and paper.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bhargav.
Thank you.
A round of applause, guys.